all the way my Savior leads me. Cheers each winding path I tread, gives me grace for every trial, feeds me with the living bread.
Good morning and welcome to the Chester ARP Church Devotional Podcast. Clint Davis, your host. Thanks for being with us. 1 Samuel chapter 9 is where we are. There was a man of Benjamin whose name was Kish, son of Abiel, son of Zeror, son of Becherath, son of Aphiah, a Benjaminite, a man of wealth, and he had a son whose name was Saul, a handsome young man. There was not a man among the people of Israel more handsome than he. From his shoulders upward he was taller than any of the people. Now the donkeys of Kish, Saul's father, were lost. So Kish said to Saul his son, "Take one of the young men with you. Arise and go look for the donkeys." And he passed to the hill country of Ephraim, and he passed to the land of Shalishah, but they did not find them. And they passed through the land of Shalom, but they were not there. Then they passed through the land of Benjamin, but did not find them. When they had come to the land of Zuph, Saul said to his servant, who was with him, "Come, let us go back, lest my father cease to care about the donkeys and become anxious about us." But he said to him, "Behold, there is a man of God in this city, and he is a man who is held in honor. All that he says has come true. So now let us go there. Perhaps he can tell us the way we should go." Then Saul said to his servant, "But if we go, what can we bring the man? For the bread in our sacks is gone, and there is no present to bring the man of God. What do we have?" And the servant answered Saul again, "Here, I have with me 1/4 of a shekel of silver, and I will give it to the man of God to tell us the way. Formerly in Israel, when a man went to inquire of God, he said, 'Come, let us go to the seer.' For today's, quote, prophet, end quote, was formerly called a seer. And Saul said to his servant, 'Well said, come, let us go.' So they went to the city where the man of God was. And they went up to the hill to the city. They met the young woman coming out to draw water, and said to them, 'Is the seer here?' And they answered, 'He is. Behold, he is just ahead of you. Hurry. He has come just now to the city, because the people have a sacrifice today on the high place. As soon as you enter the city, you will find him before he goes up to the high place to eat. For the people will not eat until he comes, since he must bless the sacrifice afterward. Those who are invited will eat. Now go up, for you will meet him immediately.' So they went up to the city. As they were entering the city, they saw Samuel coming out toward them on his way up to the high place." Now we'll stop there because 1 Samuel chapter 9 is a rather lengthy chapter, but it is the introduction in 1 Samuel to the man named Saul, the son of Kish, a Benjaminite. We're told several things about Saul. Number one, he is the most handsome man in all of Israel. From his shoulders upward, he was taller than anyone else in all of Israel. He's on a journey for his father as an obedient son to look for donkeys that had disappeared. They can't find the donkeys, and his servant who is with him says, "Let's go ask of the Lord of the man of God, Samuel," because, quote, everything that Samuel says comes true. So they go and they find Samuel, and they offer to Samuel this gift that they have with them, which is 1/4 of, what is it? It's 1/4 of a shekel of silver, and they're going to give it to Samuel in order to pay him for his services, as it were, as a gift. And so they go to do that. They go to the city, and they see him. He is going to offer the sacrifice on the way to bless it for the people to eat that day. Now, the significance of this is just simply that the description that we're given of Saul is that he is a man of great handsome character or qualities, and he is head and shoulders above anyone else in the land. He fits the part. To use the modern expression, he looks presidential. He looks like a king. He would carry and command an authority of a king just simply on his presence. If he's head and shoulders taller than everyone else, means he's larger than everyone else. He will, by virtue of his size, be intimidating. He will be the warrior, the one who represents them on the battlefield. This is exactly what the people of God are looking for. They want someone who's going to go out and fight their battles. They want someone who's going to be the deliverer from their enemies. They want someone who's going to help them. And this is not uncommon in the world in which we live. It's not uncommon in the world in which they live for us to think about worldly measures as to and judge on outward appearances as to someone's success or someone's ability. I mean, the Philistines did the same thing. They went to battle. They brought their largest man, Goliath, out and said, if you can beat Goliath, you beat us. This is what the people of Israel are doing. They're finding the best specimen of a human being that they could find and saying, this is our king, and we're going to put him forward. He has the look. In the words of modern sports, he has size. You can't coach size, right? You can coach up ability. You can train. You can help people learn. You can teach them the game, but there's a certain amount of size that is necessary to play, say for instance, on the offensive line in football or in the paint in basketball. And so you find that size, you can coach it, but you can't teach size, right? Size is something that comes by virtue of birth. And so Samuel has size, and the people of God see him as a man of great size, and so they're taken and captured by him. And so he becomes the king, and we'll see that he is anointed king. Saul. I said Samuel a minute ago. Saul has size. Saul will be anointed king. Israel gets his king. But the beginning of the introduction is Saul is on a journey, and the Lord in his providence has caused these donkeys to run away so that Saul will come into contact with Samuel, and Samuel will be the one who will anoint Saul as king over God's people. Though the people had rejected God, God still orchestrated in his plan, in his decree, the way things would be. You guys have a great day. God bless you. Be wary of making decisions based off worldly standards. We go after the heart, and we pursue what God would have us to do and lead in accordance with God's will. You guys take care. God bless you. See you tomorrow.
You carry me close to your heart, and surely your goodness and mercy will find